Today I'm gonna be talking about something, a topic somebody brought up to me. They wanted me to talk about the cancellation rate and the star rating, and how important it is, and how do you go day to day, with that in mind when you start driving with Uber. From my experience, I would say, for example, I would start with it like this. Look at the rider ratings. The rider ratings sometimes are very low, 4.5, 4.4, 4.3. I even I've even picked up some 4.2s, and in some cases they're late to the ride. They're messy, leave a mess in your car. Loud. Like they're 4.2s. You can tell. And I would say that on the driver's side, you wouldn't have to pay too much attention to it, because as long as you're doing the right thing, as long as your car is clean, as long as you're on time, and day to day you completing your rides, you picking them up on time, you dropping them off on time, and you paying attention to your map, I feel like you don't have to worry about that too much. It's not really much you can control as far as what somebody's going to rate you after they get out the car. I feel like as long as you're paying attention to how you're driving, check your driving speed, and you should be fine. But I've heard stories about guys say, "Oh man, after every ride, I keep getting lower and lower ratings. I started off at a 5.0, and now I'm starting to drive in Vegas, and now all of a sudden my ratings are going lower." And it's because sometimes the riders, or the drivers, excuse me, they try to engage too much with the rider, or if it's some pretty ladies, they like to talk to the ladies and stuff like that. Like I say, conversation is optional. It's not, you don't need to conversate with people. It's better if the ride goes with no conversation. There's nothing going on. You don't want nothing going on these rides. I got my music playing. We both can listen to the music throughout the ride. Of course, you got people that want to ask you about Vegas, that want to talk to you about Las Vegas. Definitely, I got information in my car about places to eat, different clubs, different places to go. But that's if they're interested. I don't ask nobody what they want or what they need. I don't solicit anything. Unless one of you guys want to pay me for promotion, of course, definitely, then we can start that. But like I say, as long as you're day to day, then your star quality shouldn't be too bad. And as far as the cancellation rate, let's go right into the cancellation rate. Keep your cancellation rate to a minimum. I would say if you have the app open, the cancellation rate is a lot more important than the star rating, in my opinion. Now, as long as you're doing your thing, like I say, you got your car smelling good, your car is clean, you're on time for your pickups. You really can't control the star rating. Now, as far as how many rides you're canceling, and if you deem that the rider is not capable, or you don't want to ride with that guy, or if it's not worth it enough for you, those are a lot of reasons people cancel rides. I would say if you pull up to a ride, and they fit, everything fits, you should do the ride. If you're in the middle of a ride and you do Uber sends you a ride and it looks like it's not worth a lot of money, I would take it anyway. The algorithm of Uber is really weird. That's where I would say the cancellation rate kind of goes into that part of Uber, where the algorithm it'll start messing with your rides and how much you're making when you start having a lot of cancellations. I feel like Uber is kind of like a waiting line. It's like DMV kind of, where you got to pull a ticket and then you got to wait your turn. And sometimes when you get up to the counter, there's still stuff to do. And I kind of feel like that, with Uber, where as soon as you start canceling, you kind of got to start back over, and there's more stuff to do now. Once you start accepting rides and you accept everything, a high acceptance rate, you won't get too many of those cheaper rides. They'll start sending you more expensive rides, even though sometimes there are no expensive rides. So I would say the cancellation rate compared to the star rating is way more important. That cancellation rate probably determine a lot of things about what side of town you're on, and the type of riders that you get. That cancellation rate, but it's you can have a very good cancellation rate by just not accepting, just setting your limit and then deciding on what's okay to accept, what you're not going to accept. Because for me, at this point, I'm not accepting people that got too many bags. I'm not accepting people with messy shoes. I'm not accepting people that are too inebriated. If you're drunk, I don't want you in the car. Unless you have somebody with you that can, kind of babysit you, then you can get in. I kind of set my restrictions now. I allow people to sit in the front seat. I don't have a problem with that. You got kids, I don't have a problem with that. Even if you come in 6 deep, 7 deep, and I said 7 deep, you'd be surprised how many people fit in this thing, man. You'd be surprised. But like special circumstances, if you coming at me the right way, you like, hey, whatever. Here's some extra money, whatever. Definitely we can talk about it. That's another thing I want to get into in a video. Also, in one of my next videos, I do want to talk about cash tipping, and I want to talk about the money side. People keep saying, Matt, talk about the money. But honestly, if you follow what's going on, if you do stuff the right way, like the money will start coming in easily. I don't want to start talking about the money, and then I say you can make this much, and you just turn the app on, and then you're like, why am I not making money? Why did it take me an hour to pick that guy up? Why, it's not gonna add up, because it didn't add up for me in the beginning. I didn't think it was worth it. But like I said, I keep reminding people I've done more than 7,000 rides. I've done more than 8,000 rides now. I'm a 4.97 rating, which is really good right now for that many rides. I also do Uber Eats, and this is my side gig. Uber and Uber Eats is my side gig. I also cook. I also do graphic design. And I also do drop shipping things as well. Like, I'm doing a lot of different other stuff other than just Uber, because in my opinion, Uber is really good for part-time. Really good for part-time. You can do it full-time too, but you got to be really precise about it. So just to recap, the star rating, having a 5-star rating is overrated. It's not that important, because you'll get riders with very poor ratings, which they still using the platform. It really don't matter. So 5-star rating, star rating, not important. Cancellation rate, really important. You want to pay attention to your cancellation rate every single day. And a way to do that, like I said, is just to set a limit on what you're canceling. Set limits on when you're gonna cancel, and just stick to it. Don't just be canceling because it's not worth it. They'll make it worth it. You gotta you still gotta work for Uber. You still gotta do stuff for Uber. So we'll sign out. I got Kathy coming up. Yes, for Kathy. Hello, Miss Kathy.